Today we have an old Johnson 9.5 Seahorse. Guy's not sure why it's not running, so let's do spark and compression test and see if that's good or not. Alright, we had spark on both spark plugs, so now we're going to run a compression test on both of these cylinders and see what we get. Alright, we got about 50 on each cylinder, so compression's good and spark is good. So I'm going to throw spark plugs back in. And I know it needs lower housing unit oil. I bought some, so I'll probably change that, or put it in, I guess. And maybe try to start it. So I put lower housing unit oil in there, and filling up a barrel with water. See if we can get any gas to go through there or not. As I started pumping fuel, realized that there was sediment inside this bulb here, the sediment bulb or whatever it is, and the screen looks like it's bad too, so we're gonna clean that out. I'll try to pull it over, and big surprise, rope broke. So we got the cord and put it on the handle, so now it's just got to go back in here, wrap around there, and I don't remember if the end was tied on it somewhere or not. But we'll figure that out. Alright, so we got a brand new rewind because of the last one breaking. And then I'm gonna have to wind it up counterclockwise. I think it's like 14 to 16 turns. Run the rope through here, and then up through here, tie it off on a handle, and make my little gasket thingy. While I have it, I just gotta glue it in there so that it doesn't rip the rope anymore, doesn't tear the rope at all. But yeah. Alright, so new rope is through there. I got like a little thing I made so that the rope doesn't get cut when you're pulling it back and forth. But you gotta turn this thing counterclockwise like 16 times, I think I did. And then you gotta have your rope down to about here, so you got a decent amount of rope when you're pulling. But yeah, you hold that clockwise and then you thread your rope through where you got your knot here all the way down up through here. Tie it in the handle, or we'll slide this on first, this rubber part. Then there's a metal part inside your handle. So you tie it around there, and then you slide that onto there, and that's basically it. I put some super glue on this part so that it'll seal up, so it should stay in there when you're pulling it back and forth. But yeah, we'll see. So I sprayed some gas on top of the carburetor, choked it, and gave it a couple pulls and it fired. So hopefully when I go and hook up some gas to it, it'll fire up. Alright, we'll see then. Alright, we're gonna try to fire this up. I sprayed some gas down the carburetor, pulled the choke, got the fuel hooked up, pumped it. Our bowl here is full, so hopefully we get fuel getting pulled up through here, but we'll see what happens. Well, it fired up and started going. I turned it off right away because I don't have any water in there. I just want to make sure I could get her started. So I'm gonna fill it up and get some water in there so she doesn't overheat. Well, the pull rope's getting cut again as it's going through. It's rubbing through this rubber and onto that where it was getting cut before. So I'm gonna need new rope if the guy wants new rope, which he's gonna need. And it seems to fire off enough just to drain what's in that bowl there. And then after that it won't run at all. So I noticed there's gas kind of leaking out the carb a little bit. So maybe that's got something to do with it. But contact the guy and see what he wants to do. Well, as you guys saw, the boat motor runs. I got it running and put it in forward, and it seemed when I got going faster, it's just the transmission started clunking in there. The faster I went, the more it clunked, the harder it clunked. So something's wrong with that transmission, but that's beyond my expertise. So that's up to the guy. But yeah, it runs. So I'm gonna call that a success. And I'll see you guys in the next one.